Hello, I'm Lofi.
I'm Jinxie.
And we are here. Season 4 of Riverdale, episode 1.
We're pretty excited for this season.
We've heard that it is supposed to be a really good one. A lot of people have been saying, if you get through season 3, which isn't bad, it's just chaotic.
Yeah, but also a bit too dragged out for us.
Yeah.
Our liking. We know that some people really love season 3, and we did enjoy all the crazy shit that went down.
Yeah.
But we are looking forward to some of the mysteries that might happen in season 4.
One big thing I'm curious about, the whole thing with the farm and finding out that Betty's mom was actually undercover, which makes more sense. Honestly, it's a little weird, but it makes more sense. And also the fact that she now actually has met her brother IRL.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how that all goes.
I'm also really curious as to how they're going to track down Alice, because they occasionally leave Riverdale, like Jughead and Archie did, but it's
not long term.
Yeah,
usually.
Exactly. So are they going to road trip looking for Alice kind of situation or no? And also I'm really interested in the interaction between Charles, Jughead, Betty.
Finally, hopefully, Hiram is out of the picture for now.
But he's not, because he planted evidence, and so Hermione was arrested.
Yeah.
Granted,
really she wasn't fully innocent anyways, so...
I hope Veronica gets more interesting things to do this season, because she dipped her toe into the mobster stuff last season, which could have been really good, but it wasn't, unfortunately. So I want her to be doing some fun stuff with the others.
And then her and Archie are back together, so I feel like that will probably also make it a little more interesting, because I feel like usually when they're together, they get more done.
Also, I hope that they fix their character assassination that they did on Kevin, because honestly, dang it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe get him some therapy so that he can be more confident again.
Yeah, right?
I'm happy that they didn't have him go with them, though.
Yeah, oh, totally.
Because I would have been like, but Kevin! Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, Alice, how unfortunate. But now it's more interesting since she is undercover.
Yeah. Penelope is also missing, and I really hope that if there is some sort of secret killer in town, that they don't reveal it to be Penelope later. You know what I mean? Agreed. Give me a new killer, please.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a different murderer,
Riverdale
please. Just filled with them.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And then, oh, no. And then also how with Betty and Hal is... Yeah. Dead as far as we know.
Now it's just Cheryl and Anna Rose and Tony, which is a pretty perfect household if you ask me.
Right, I know. I was like, I'm actually pretty okay with that.
Cheryl is housing her brother's dead body, which is not good.
Hopefully that farm did a mess up on a lot of people.
I know. I kind of hope that was just a sort of goodbye thing where...
Or they were just trying to give us just a creepy moment. It's not meant to be a long-term funkiness.
Because it's creepy, guys. It's gross and creepy.
It was creepy to start with, and now it's even creepier now. And hopefully, I don't know. They really need to get a new school counselor to help out. Especially what about all the other people who were part of the farm? What about the principal? He was a part of it.
Yeah.
Did they all go? Are we gonna get a new principal? I would love a new principal. Sorry, Weatherby, but you've kind of been sucking lately.
Yeah, right. I hope we do get more school stuff. Is it senior year?
Yes, it is senior year, because I had junior.
Does that mean senior prom? You better give us senior prom dresses.
Do not give me costumes. Oh my god, that was so annoying.
While I appreciate the costumes,
they weren't that good costumes, though.
Promised dresses. Yeah. And by promised, I mean, I assumed they would have dresses because it was prom. But we did get beautiful dresses in the finale, which we were hyped for.
Those were nice.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I also hope that we get some smackdown on Polly. I don't need her to die, necessarily. I just need some...
Betty and her need to have it out.
Release. Yeah. That's what I need.
Yeah. Either Betty and her or Alice and her, something.
She's so annoying. And she's hardly in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going to go, because I feel like they haven't completely cleared up everything from last season, but also I think that they kind of have.
Well, I am happy that they at least sort of cleaned up the whole gargoyle storyline, because that was one of our problems, is there was too many. Mm-hmm. So, the gargoyle seems pretty cleaned up, except for, people dealing with the aftermath. And then obviously, there's still bits to deal with the farm, but I hope it is going to be more of an investigative route, because that is what we love, especially with Charles being a cop. So if it's still a storyline, but more of an investigative deep dive kind of thing, then I'm cool with it, since we know what it is officially now. We know that while it is a cult, it's a cult for alternative purposes.
Yeah.
So for body parts. And to keep his wife alive, who's pretending to be his daughter. Oh, so creepy.
Let's play.
And some semblance of normal life resumed.
Did it?
The terrors of the farm weren't forgotten, but they had started
Good.
to
This
fade.
makes me happy. Just the scene. I'm like, oh.
Me too. Hopefully he supported him.
No, I think it's gonna win the contest.
I love you.
I love you too.
Aww. This is a cute start.
I would. But don't we have to finish building a float for your big 4th of July?
Oh my god,
parade?
she's gonna have a float. I love floats.
Me too.
We used to be in parades and
When we were
help do
kids.
floats. Little town parades, not like some big city parade. Just little town parades. But it was fun. Please do not be your brother.
JJ.
Damn it.
Let's see what the hot gossip in town is today, shall we? And then we'll do the cross word.
What?
What the hell?
Is it about the parade?
I thought so.
But surely she would know about it if they were already working on floats. They'd be way ahead of time.
I don't know if she's been holed up with her dead brother. Wasn't he? Oh, wasn't the 4th of July parade round when he died?
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe why.
Oh my god, this is the Pops float?
That is cute.
I hope that she's dressed up. She goes away like this.
You don't have to come.
Oh, I'll be there, insufferable smurf. With a sign of protest in one hand and a horn of compressed air to silence any revelry in the other.
No, Cheryl, make a float too.
Make a float in honor of Jason.
Yes.
But don't put him on it.
And crazy.
And if anyone is scared of bears, well, don't be, because Archie's been attacked by multiple times.
Also, I love that he's wearing suspenders.
Right? It's one of my favorite things about Archie is his fight with bears.
I know.
An ability to just survive them.
Hey, Dad.
Mm.
Mm.
I talked to the sheriff up in Cherry Creek.
The dog.
Just waiting for him to come home.
He was struck by... No. I'm sorry, Mary. I'm sorry, Archie. So it was a hit and run.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
There was a father-daughter potato sack race. My dad, I don't know where he was, but Mr. Andrews said that he would do it with me.
I know, he's the nicest
I know.
one out of all the parents.
And he would drive to the bar. And he would pick up my dad and he'd lay him on the couch. But he'd always stay a little while. Just to talk to me. He just wanted to know if I was hungry. I always was.
I remember going to Sears with him, just so I could ride the tractors.
Cheers.
Was that such a small town thing?
He even soundproofed the garage, just so...
Hey, Archie.
This is such, like, I don't know what to expect in this episode, honestly.
I know. Especially since it's not like they're just writing him off since he died in real
Yeah.
life. You don't know how they're going to play it to be, like, show-wise but respectful.
Like watching home videos or something?
Maybe. Yeah, I was like, that's his mom.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
what?
is he dreaming? Yeah, I think he's dreaming.
Grandpa Hardy,
Oh.
where's your dad? I thought he was already with you.
No. No. Come see for yourself.
A flashback?
No, this is definitely a dream of some sort, but I just...
Where's Dad?
Archie, you were supposed to get him.
He's feeling guilty.
He always feels guilty.
No.
I have to go get my dad.
Oh, because he doesn't want to wait.
What? What do you mean?
I have to bring him home.
I wouldn't, like, I mean, why would you just sit around and wait? That would just feel awful, right?
Yeah, but it means you need to find somebody who can take him because you can't just transport him yourself. But you could call around and find somebody.
I don't want my dad stuck in some weird town. And I can't wait for after July 4th for them to bring him back. He'd want to be home, I know that.
I actually don't know how long it is till July 4th.
Yeah.
So it actually could be quite long.
I want him home. And I want to be the one who brings him home today.
I understand, but I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why? Like, is it normal or is it like...
Archie? Aren't you upstairs in your bedroom?
Oh, God. You didn't even tell her?
Mm-hmm.
A funeral home up here won't release Dad to me. Something about me being
Oh, yeah,
underage.
because you have to, yeah.
Makes sense.
Legal mission.
I see. No, that won't be necessary, Mrs. Andrews.
Going mom lawyer.
I mean, I don't blame the guy. That's the law or the rules. You just can't.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You can't just release it to anybody who says.
Can I see him?
Are you sure you want to see him
Archie,
yet?
you don't have to.
What if they made a mistake, you guys?
Oh, Archie.
I mean, I get it if he has to, like, see him to accept it.
Archie changed his mind. But he asked us to make sure it's him.
I'm so glad they're with
Such
him.
good friends, I know.
Yeah, Arch. It's your dad.
I don't want you or Archie to ever feel anything even remotely like that. With your blessing, there's something I'd like to do for your family.
I feel like we're going to be quiet for just like a lot of this video. Bad for your teeth.
I don't even know you chewed tobacco.
Me either. God, we never had to watch him spit. Oh, that's probably the lady who he stopped to help or whatever.
I guess so.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a...
You're in 90210 together.
Oh.
Wait, are you Archie?
How do you know my name?
But give me the tissue, please.
I mean, cars just, you know, they kept whizzing by. Nobody would stop, but your dad did.
You were with him when he...
We were working on the tire. Sorry, I froze in its path, and your dad, he pushed me out of the way. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do to ever repay him, but give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses.
Honestly, this episode has like such a fine line to walk.
Mm-hmm. I do think they're doing a very good job of it, though.
Yeah, to like honor him in real life and in the show.
Guys, my dad saved that woman's life.
It's a very Fred thing to do.
And he died on the side of the road, waiting for an ambulance without his family, without his friends. I'm sorry, but that's not heroic. That's senseless.
It can be both. Because, I mean, it was an accident, so it is senseless. But also, like...
At least he wasn't alone.
He wasn't. You know, he stopped to help someone. And he always did. He lived his life like that, so... Which is quite heroic.
I mean, you all are the same way. Like, all the teenagers.
Keeps looking at the bag. I wonder if there's something in the bag or not.
Oh. Or maybe he's just thinking about the business.
Yeah.
They found him.
What?
Oh.
The guy who killed my dad.
He made bail. He was released.
What? He's out? He should be rotting in his cell.
Oh, Archie, don't freak out.
Your dad's gonna get justice, I promise you.
Yeah, you're right. He will get justice. I promise you.
Archie, calm down. You're really upset.
Uh-huh.
Phone books.
How realistic is that? Whose number's in the phone book?
Also, what payphones still have phone books like chilling in them? Do places still have phone books in their phone booths? I think we have like one
phone booth
left in this town. Yeah. Oh.
God, Archie.
I mean, I think he is allowed to meet the person face to face, but
yeah.
Are you George Augustine?
Yes, what can it?
Oh, dude, no.
You left him there to die. You coward!
Son, listen to me.
I'm good now. Shut up! You took away the only man who can call me that. Tell me, I swear. Kill you! Stop! He didn't do it.
Oh, it was a kid.
What?
You didn't do anything wrong.
He's coming for him.
It was my fault. I took the car when I wasn't supposed to.
Do you know where I was?
My dad called. He had a bad feeling.
Yeah.
They know you.
Yep.
I
Punched a wall.
It's something that I would have done. How I did it a dozen times, and his dad was protecting it the same way mine would have.
You're emotional and upset.
I'm a terrible son.
Talk some sense into Veronica, like you normally do.
Not a terrible son.
All he ever did was fight Ronnie. I lied to him constantly.
You're a teenager. What you do?
He would be ashamed of me. I'm ashamed of me.
I'm sure he lied to his dad all the time.
Your dad loved you more than anyone and anything else. Whenever he looked at you, there was pride in his eyes. He was proud of you.
Fred was the best.
You're gonna bring your dad home.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pause this one quickly.
Will you get me some water? We're getting close to the end. Holy crappers.
Oh, I guess he came to meet him.
Yeah.
Probably after what happened to make sure everything was okay.
I know it's a hearse, but that car looks super cool.
I'd like to give your dad a police escort the rest of the way home, if you're okay with it. He deserves it.
They were best friends. So I kind of wish they'd showed that more in the show.
I mean, I think we did get to see it like in the first season.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd done it even more.
First season was the best season. Oh, that's what Cheryl did.
Mm-hmm. Who's that lady? Does she work at Pops?
I do wonder if maybe she's somebody else who actually was in one of the other shows with him or something. Because yeah, I don't recognize her either, but she could be somebody else, like actually.
What if she's like what if she's like in a ton of episodes as a side character? We just never noticed her. How embarrassing! Oh, Josie is there too.
I brought that home.
You did. You sure did.
But now I see.
Of course, Cheryl's handkerchief is red.
I didn't even notice. Boy.
Until my dad came home with all these fireworks. I mean, enough to burn a house down. You remember that, Mom? We lit them in the backyard. It was the best night. It hurts me that I never got to say goodbye. That I won't get to see him again or talk to him. Fred Andrews will always be a part of Riverdale. I love you so much, Dad.
I'd like to discuss the payment with you.
It's already been taken care of.
By Mrs. Andrews? I didn't want her paying for any of this.
No, by your father. He paid the bill in full.
Oh.
Why?
I mean, it might have just been a kindness.
Yeah, maybe. They did go to high school together.
Oh.
Yeah, it must have hit extra home for her too because of
It's only been like 3 months since her dad died.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to bring that up this episode because she's been acting so chill. But I think she was doing that more for Archie.
And while others were rushing to get out of Riverdale, Fred was setting down roots. When our town saw a pariah and closed its doors, Fred.
Oh yeah, Hermione.
I forgot.
I always kind of hoped that they'd like kind of
Whenever
get
our
back
town was
together a
under
bit
attack, Fred was on the front line fighting
or something
for it,
because
defending it.
it was like an interesting thing this
It
season.
was.
Oh, Alice.
Our knight in flannel armor, and by the way, he was a hell of a good too.
Damn right he was.
Imagine if everyone was even half as good as my dad was.
A different, very different show, Archie.
Yes, it was.
You already are, Archie.
No, not yet. But I'm gonna honor him.
Is he going to take over the business?
You gonna play a song, Archie? I haven't heard you play a song in a long ass time. Oh man. Oh. Flashbacks are gonna kill me. Okay. Okay. A bunch of tears are falling, so gotta pause it or stop it.
I know.
Do you need a mirror?
Goodness. I did not know it was gonna be that. Like, boy.
Do you want a mirror?
I mean, maybe, but like, what could I do about it at this point?
If you want one.
I don't know if I
think I'm okay.
This with tears is not snot. I promise.
For you, it's the flashbacks. For me, it's people crying.
That too. Oh my god, Cheryl. Jesus Christ, her face. I can't barely breathe because my nose is so stuffed now, so...
For me, it was, yeah, when they had...
Did it already show up? Holy shit, I did not expect that.
I know, we
I
neither.
guess I'll save that for discussion afterwards. I don't have anything smeared. It's acceptable levels. Holy crap. So,
Yeah.
like...
I think they did a really good job.
Like I said, I think they have to walk a fine line here because you know, it's in the show and in real life. So they have to make it make sense in the show and show the repercussions of that as characters, but they also have to show, like,
Respect
honor him
for
in
the
real
person.
life. So when Shannon Doherty showed up, holy crap, like, it just, like, I went off. Obviously, 90210 is, like, their iconic
What he's, like,
roles,
known
you know,
for.
and how famous the cast was together.
And then I feel like they did a good job with, like, the theme of the episode, the whole, like, father and son thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But without being, like, so heavy-handed that you feel...
At first, I was like, oh, are they going to make it, like, catching his killer?
Yeah.
A whole, like, series thing, but I liked it. Instead, they did it as, like, encompassed in this,
Yeah.
and then sort of encompassing the whole, like, a father protecting his son dynamic. So I think that's just more respectful. I also, one thing I really appreciated is not showing, like, a fake open casket. Because I went in, they were going to, like, show him. I was like, oh, I hope they don't make a, you know, wax dummy or something.
It's a very
so I think they did a really good job of it.
Episode, which is quite nice. Like, very slow, but, like, lingering. Like, it's such an emotional episode that they just, like, let that happen. Also, I totally, because of the way that for the beginning of the episode started, I totally forgot. No joke. Like, even though we knew that this was going to be this episode because of the title and everything.
Yeah, I didn't know how they were going to be going about it.
They were talking about the parade. I literally had forgotten. So that when it was, like, happened, I was like, oh, shit. This is that episode. And then I love the tie-in that they did with Cheryl about not wanting the parade because of her brother. And then, so I like that they decided to do this, like, on that day kind
As
of
an
thing.
honor for him.
And so that, you know, when they came back and Cheryl had done that whole thing with the people and stuff, it's just like, oh, that was good.
And it seemed appropriate character-wise, because it does seem like the kind of thing Fred would, like the town coming together to, like, celebrate him versus mourn him.
Yeah. Wow. And also, like...
And then even just the scene at the end with Betty and her dad's gravestone. Because I was afraid, because I was wondering, like, throughout the episode, I was like, you're not going to bring up the fact that Betty saw her dad shot 3 months ago. But I do get that sort of a whole different dynamic that I don't think they wanted to focus on this, since it is celebrating a real person versus, like, a serial character.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate that it did at least show it at the end, because it would seem out of character show-wise to leave it out.
Like I said, it's like a fine line because they have to do both it in the show and in real life. And then I love the storyline of him, like, going to get his dad and stuff. Yeah. I thought that was because, you know, they were sitting around talking about how Fred had helped them or treated them, or, like, their memories of Fred. And they're, like, obviously all good because Fred was awesome. Definitely one of the best parents, probably the second best would be, like, Sheriff Keller. Is that kind of, like, what's going to happen in this episode? And then for him to be like, I want to go get him and stuff. And then he kind of discovers all these things throughout their trip about, you know, how he feels about his dad and how his dad
felt about him.
The connection, you know, the realization of like when he realizes that it's the kid who was driving and stuff, and how he sees a parallel with his dad with that. That he just discovers things a bit throughout this trip. So I like that that's what they did with the episode.
Yeah, and then and then
I don't know if I'm making sense, by the way.
I know, we're kind of jumping back and
forth.
Because I think they did do a really good job of like, him, as you were saying, sort of Archie going on this journey of seeing how his dad helped people, and then how, you know, that's what dads do, is they help out their sons. And then also coming back to like him being a part of the town, you know, like with the parade and then with the Archie speech about how, you know, he's helped build the town. And then also at the beginning how like the kids are all talking about how he helped them out.
Well, something that they brought up in the series before about how his dad doesn't want to leave, or
he loves Riverdale.
Yeah.
It's his home.
But I mean, we saw back like in the Midnight Club originally, he was like, I don't want to be stuck here. But then he ended up,
dad passed away.
You know, finding that, you know, was his place in life.
And it wasn't like the thing of, you know, how he felt stuck there, sort of like FP probably felt stuck there. It wasn't his home. It was like, this is the town I'm stuck in. But for him, for Fred, it was his home. It was his town.
Yeah, so I love that they play that up, you know, his connection to Riverdale. I like that Hiram paid for the funeral, as long as it's not nefarious. But I don't think
I hope
it is.
It's just meant to be as a respectful. Because, I mean, I think he appreciated that Fred would stand up for Archie all the time and stuff like that, as like a father to father. And again, I think it goes well with the theme of the episode of sort of like fathers taking care of their family and stuff.
I don't know how this reaction is going to turn out. To be honest, I think we were silent like almost the entire time. And it was just like I literally several times wanted to say something, but I couldn't because like my throat was just all closed up. And I think I would just start making like those horrible whimpery sounds I made during that Outlander episode that was so embarrassing. But like,
I think it's just, you know, sort of wanting to also as a viewer pay respect and pay attention.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
oh my gosh.
That's one thing I do really appreciate when shows do give it the attention. It means like, I think I remember years ago everybody was talking about Glee.
Well, especially because like, I think Fred may have been a fan favorite for people. I don't know about like he is, but for me, I never saw anybody saying that they were annoyed with Fred like they do for other characters, right? Like, because there's always every character annoys someone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but for Fred, I think he was more of a fan favorite.
Yeah, he was.
So I really, like when they showed Hermione in the jail cell, I was like, because in season 1, I really thought that they were going somewhere with that.
I was so hopeful for it.
Yeah.
And they crushed her
I'm
dreams.
glad that they showed her though.
Yeah.
Because I was like, are they going to show her? Because within the show, she did have a connection with him. So.
And then also, that they showed everybody. They showed Alice.
Yeah, totally.
I think the only person they didn't show was Hiram.
No, they did show Hiram.
Oh,
he was in the it was in their reading. He just looked serious.
So. Oh, I missed it. The flashes.
Were you like dabbing?
I might have been, to be honest. It might have been in a dab moment.
So I do think it was more of a
I think it
frenemies situation.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was just that, you know, they're enemies but with respect for each other in a certain sense, I guess. But I mean, and also they did grow up together. They didn't know each other as kids. So there's a different dynamic to that.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about like Shannon Doherty showing up. And that effect that it had on us. But I also want to say that like I think it's one of the ways that they towed the line really well between including it in the show, but also wanting to honor him in real life, since she was, you know, she's not, you know, in Riverdale.
Yeah.
They're bringing in an actor from outside. Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was also like a smart idea. As long, of course, as the person wanted to do it.
It added an extra
level of like
attention,
of like you know,
thought, I think,
honoring him in real life kind of thing.
Yeah, overall it was just a really really thoughtful, really well done tribute first episode.
Yes.
I guess in terms of the show, I do wonder how it'll affect things throughout the season. If Archie will decide maybe he'll stay home and take over the business like his dad did, or will he sort of do it in a different sort of respecting his dad by doing what he wanted, you know, versus doing what his dad wanted. Because his dad wanted him to, like, get back into the music or something like that. You know,
I don't even know. What does Archie even want to do anymore? I don't know.
I think more than anything, what the way he would honor his dad is to, you know, do what he wants and not get caught up in the
He owns the
drama.
boxing club, though.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
To be honest, I'd rather have him on the construction company, even though I like Mad Dog possibly working with him at the boxing club. I feel like construction would be more fun to watch him do.
Yeah.
But that's just, you know. I don't, but also do we want him to hop to another profession?
Yeah,
After music to whatever, to boxing.
Maybe. I just want him to be a teenager.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to just see some teenagerness. And then Betty's dad is gone. His dad is gone. Both in like the same year. Hermione's parents are all in jail. Not Hermione's, sorry. Veronica's parents are all in jail. Like, yeah. And was there anything else?
I can't talk anymore.
Episode? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's about.
I can't talk anymore.
It's a weird one since it is more of a tribute episode versus a story episode. So there's not really much more to expand on.
I'm a snotty mess.
Were you as emotional when you all watched this episode? How did you ever know, like, Luke Perry through other shows? And yeah.
I mean, we knew it was coming. Like, we already knew it, but so
you don't know what to expect when watching a show.
I was kind of nervous about it, to be honest, like how it was gonna go, but I think they did a good job.
I think usually most shows do, because like this is people they know in real life too. Right. It's not them just like a cameo or something. It's somebody they've worked with every day.
But yeah, how much of a mess are you guys?
Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, and we will see you all in the next episode. Bye.
I didn't know that was at the end. And it does the transition from the old one to the new one. That's cool, because I never watched the thingy.
What?
The Archie symbol.
Oh, I didn't notice it either.
Yeah, it goes from like their traditional one to like the newer style art. That's kind of cool. I'm serious. I'm a snot monster. I think I need another tissue. My nose is so stuffed. It's so hard to breathe right now.
Oh my god. What happened? I guess I just hit the cord a little bit, so it rolled with me.
How much static's on your head?
Okay. Rude. That's what older sisters are for. For buttoning up younger sisters' sleeves.
Yes.
And also clasping the necklaces that you can't get.